20-minute chow mein. Hi friends, welcome back to our kitchen. My name's Christina with eatingonadime.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make the best chicken chow mein in, yes, under 20 minutes. I think this is quicker than you like ordering takeout and picking it up. And we're going to use delicious, fresh ingredients that taste amazing. Before we get started, as always, I have linked the recipe in the description below so you can save it, pin it, leave us a beautiful comment or a rating. Thank you. We love hearing from you guys. So you don't have to worry about writing anything down. You can always go back and look at it and follow it along when you're ready to make this at home. First, let's talk about chow mein noodle options. So you do not want to use the dried chow mein noodles. Those are really popular. We like to use them in some cookies. They're awesome, but it's not for this recipe. You want a nice, delicious, fresh noodle. So I've had some options here at our local grocery store. It was in the Asian section, and any of these will work, and I'm going to tell you which one I'm using today. So first up is, these are already cooked stir-fry noodle. It's a more circular, almost looks like a spaghetti noodle, and it works great. These are in packets. It comes with, sometimes it comes with seasonings. These did not, but if it does, just discard the seasoning packet and these work great. Also, I like these Japanese style ramen noodles. These you will need to cook based on the package instruction. This is a good option as well. It is a little bit thinner, so if you don't want a thinner noodle, maybe don't go for this option. And then last case resort, you can use lo-mein noodles. These are generally available everywhere. Just cook it based on the package instructions and it'll work great in this recipe. So for today, I'm going to use this one. What's it called? Stir-fry noodles. Now these are already pre-cooked. If you are using a not pre-cooked noodle, make sure you cook that based on the package instruction and rinse it and dry it. These are going to be just heated up in the stir-fry process, so we don't need to do anything with the noodles. So I'm just going to set these aside for now. Now let's get our veggies going. Since this is a skillet recipe, it cooks really quick, so I like to get all the veggies ready before I head over. First up is carrots. Now, the best thing about making a chow mein at home is you can put in any veggies that you like and you prefer in your chow mein. So I'm gonna walk you through what I'm using, but feel free to mix it up and definitely choose your favorites. Now this carrot is already peeled and I'm going to shred it. Now in the recipe, oh, there's one little peel that didn't get off. I'm gonna get it with this knife. It says to use 2 carrots peeled, but this carrot was pretty good size, so I'm just gonna use the one today. I'm using a cheese shredder. It works great for shredding carrots. You can buy the pre-shredded carrots as well, but I find those a little bit thicker and tougher. I don't like them as much, but if you need the time saving, it's a great hack. And now we're going to get some cabbage together as well. So in this recipe, the veggies that we like to use is cabbage, carrots, and bean sprouts. Now, the bean sprouts at our store were not great, so we're omitting them today, but if you choose to use them at home, just saute them with the other veggies and they will work great. We're going to shred this cabbage to get it ready to saute. I want to walk you through how to do it in case you've never done one before. So it has this, I don't know, stem end, whatever you want to call it, at the bottom. What we like to do is cut it in half and then cut each half in quarters again. So lay them on their side, cut each one in quarters. Then you can easily remove any stem that's still there, just like that, and discard it, and then the rest can easily be shredded. Now we're going to shred the cabbage. So I like to lay a flat side down on the cutting board and just shred it, cut it as thin as possible. I'm just using our favorite kitchen knife. We just say get one big kitchen knife and it's gonna work great in your kitchen. And then once it's sliced, hold it together here. I cut it in half once lengthwise, and this just makes it easier to eat once it's sauteed. So for this recipe, you want about 3 cups. So I'm gonna put it in this measuring cup over here to make sure I get plenty. So half of the cabbage made about 4 cups for me, a little less than 4 cups, which is fine. Again, you can put as little or as many veggies as you like. Some people in the kitchen today thought mine weren't quite sliced thin enough, but you just then slice it based on your consistency that you prefer. It kind of cooks down a little bit, so it doesn't bother me too much, but you do you. And also another time-saving tip, you can get pre-shredded cabbage generally in the salad section of your local grocery store. Now it's time to get the sauce ready before we head over to the skillet and get to cooking. So to make the sauce, you want to whisk all the ingredients together in a small mixing bowl. We're going to start with a 1/4 cup soy sauce, and then 1/4 cup oyster sauce. Get that that oyster sauce added to the bowl. Then you want to add in 2 tablespoons sesame oil, 1 tablespoon rice vinegar, a tablespoon brown sugar for that little sweetness, and then to thicken it up, a tablespoon of cornstarch. And gently whisk to combine the ingredients. You're wanting to dissolve that cornstarch and that brown sugar so they don't get clumpy once you add it to the pan. Cornstarch has a tendency to get clumpy if it's not dissolved before adding to heat. So I accidentally said the sauce was the last thing, but I lied. The chicken's the last thing. I kind of like to get everything ready so I don't avoid cross-contamination, and then I'll do the chicken. For this recipe, we're gonna use a pound of chicken breast. Now, I got 1 pack. It's a little bit over a pound, but that's fine. Again, this is very forgiving, very flexible, easy recipe. You wanna slice it and then cut it into bite-sized pieces just to make it easy to eat. Just think what you prefer. I am gonna do just like what I did with my cabbage and slice it, and then once it's sliced, I'm going to turn it and dice it in half once, just because I want these to be nice bite-sized pieces that cooks up easily in my stir fry, or my chow mein, not stir fry. The chicken is ready. Now we're gonna head the stovetop and get to cooking. Heat about a tablespoon of oil in a large deep skillet. I am using this caraway skillet that works great. I'm gonna link it below, and then I will link a similar one that we like as well, just because this is kind of a higher price point. Add your prepared chicken to the skillet. Season the chicken with salt and pepper. I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper. We're gonna cook this chicken for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. We want it nice and brown and cooked through. Once that chicken is browned and cooked through on both sides, look how perfect it is. Add in a little bit more oil if needed. Then add in your veggies. I'm gonna add in those shredded carrots and that shredded cabbage. We're gonna cook on medium heat for a couple of minutes until those veggies are soft. So it should take about 1 to 2 minutes. Then add in 3 cloves garlic minced, or a tablespoon pre-minced garlic, 2 teaspoons fresh grated ginger, or a half a teaspoon ground ginger. We're gonna let that cook for just 1 minute till you can start to smell that. You should smell the garlic. We call it activating the garlic and the ginger. Then add in the noodles that you went with and pour the sauce on top. Then gently toss to combine all the ingredients and just heat for a few minutes. Now my noodles, they need to heat in the skillet. If your noodles are already cooked a separate way, just watch it closely. You probably only need to do about a minute. Just make sure they get coated in that sauce, and then all is combined with the chicken and the veggies. Once the sauce has thickened and is completely heated through, it is done. You just want to remove it from the heat and let it cool just a little bit, and then it's ready to serve. While that's setting for a bit to make it a little bit cooler to eat, I like to chop up some green onions. This is just for topping and is completely optional. I always just cut off the wilted ends and throw them away, and then I just slice them for optional topping. I love it. I love the flavor it adds. I love the crunch that it adds. It's awesome. If you're serving this to your family, maybe they don't like onions, you can always just have it on the side as an optional topping for them. I also like to serve it and topped with a little bit of sesame seeds, again, for the crunch and, of course, to make it just a little bit fancy. My favorite part, guys, time for serving. We had a couple people come into the kitchen and they were already begging for this because it looks so good. And I was like, I have to show my YouTube friends first, and then you guys can have at it. So I wish you guys could smell it too, because it smells amazing. Extra chicken for me, because I like protein. Beautiful. And then, of course, for mine, topping it with the green onions and a little bit of the sesame seeds. And it's time for my favorite part, the taste testing. Okay, I want to get some chicken. I want to get some cabbage. I want to get some noodles. All right, let's try it out. I gotta get another bite. I love the cabbage in there. I cooked it to where it's just got like a little bit of crunch left. It's perfect. Oh, it's so amazing. And the sauce adds so much flavor. That's it, guys. The most delicious Asian food ready in 20 minutes, chicken chow mein. My favorite part is you can add in any veggies if you have some that are about to go bad or whatever you love to really make this your own. And I promise it takes less time to make than it does to drive through and pick up takeout. It is that easy. I cannot wait for you to make this one. Don't forget, I've linked the recipe in the description below. If you can't find it, just search chow mein eating on a dime and it'll pull right up. All right, friends, thanks so much for joining us today in our kitchen. I hope I inspired you to make your favorite takeout dish at home instead of spending the extra money and time this year. All right, I'm out of here, friends. I got some chow mein to eat. Thank you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss one of our easy recipes. And until then, remember, eat at home by eating on a dime. Bye, friends.